I'm going to show you how you can speedrun your way to making $10,000 a month with TikTok Shop as a complete beginner. If you're just starting out, if you don't even know what TikTok Shop is, or if you've been doing TikTok and haven't been having the best luck. And this is coming from somebody who made $450,000 profit with TikTok Shop. I didn't just get my first viral video, now I'm making content about it. It's been over a year and I've done quite well for myself. And I was just trying to make $10,000 a month online, and then I was able to make $10,000 days. So it's awesome. It's a place where basically random people just like you and me who have no experience following, who aren't that interesting, could just make authentic content, basically making videos just like you're talking to your friend over FaceTime and make tens of thousands of dollars from one video. You're posting literal lottery tickets where it's no cost to you. You could take a couple minutes to film a video that makes you tens of thousands of dollars. I know people who have made over 70, $100,000 plus from just one video that took them 5 minutes to make. It's crazy. You can change your life completely forever, so you never have to work the 9 to 5 unfulfilling life that you're not passionate about, just like that. So it's a beautiful place. The way that it works is you just earn commission. It's affiliate marketing essentially, where you make videos talking about products that are already on TikTok, or you could go live talking about products. People buy from the link that's inside of your video or your live stream, which you just click a button to pin, and you earn commission off of every single sale. That's it. You don't have to, fulfill orders, get inventory. You literally just talk about stuff and you get paid and you withdraw money every single day. It's literally money falling from the clouds. It's awesome. Also, TikTok wants you to win. It's not you against the algorithm. They make a percentage off of every single sale that you bring in, so they want you to win. They're going to send your videos out to the best possible people who they can, who are the most likely to buy. So TikTok is on your side. And these are the 5 steps to make as much money as possible. As fast as possible. Step number 1 is get your shop account. You can't post on TikTok if you don't have a TikTok account. You need to have $5,000, $5,000, 5,000 followers. Thankfully, not $5,000, 5,000 followers on TikTok to be eligible for the TikTok Shop affiliate program. So there's 2 ways to do this. You could either grow it yourself. The only issue is that this takes time. A lot of people, especially if you're not familiar with like how to go viral, which it is pretty simple if you just know what you're doing, it could take months and months and months. And I wouldn't recommend this. When it comes to business, speed is everything, and that's the whole goal, is to help you make as much money as possible right away. So I recommend just buying an account. That's what I have done. That's what most people do who just want to make as much money as possible, as fast as possible. Ecclesiastes 11:1 says, "Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days." It also says later that like if you hold on to your money and you're stingy, it'll lead to poverty. So if you want to make money, you have to be willing to invest your money to make money. Accounts are like a couple $100s. For me, a couple $100s turned into $450,000 profit in a year simply because I showed up every single day and I tried. So get an account, start posting content, and it can change your life forever. The only way to change your life is to take real action and just start. So buy an account, get going. That's what I would recommend. It's also something that I can help out with as well, because you need to make sure you get a good account that is grown organically in the United States so that your account is less likely to be banned. So definitely do that. Step number 2 is just finding a product. Once you have an account, you need a product to market. With TikTok Shop, it's incredible. Everything is at your fingertips. There's these softwares that you could use, Calodata and Daily Virals, or you just go onto TikTok and scroll and find products. So let me just give you one piece of advice very briefly. Don't just buy top products. They're way too saturated. The way that it works is there's thousands of new videos every single day, just running the same angles over and over again. And so if you just pick a top selling product and you just, take the same angle that everybody's already doing, every single day it's like 1,000 videos that are fighting to be the one video that maybe pushes through, and it's very, very unlikely, and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. So this is the checklist that I would look for when you're finding products. Are you the end consumer? Can you reasonably market this product and it would make sense? If I'm picking products, I'm not going to do makeup. I'm not James Charles, I'm not Jeffree Star, and I'm not a woman. So I'm not going to do makeup. You also want to make sure that it has a lot of sales. If it's selling well, that means that it has high potential to keep selling because people are buying it and they're liking it. Also, you want to find something that has a lot of creators that are making content for it, because it's showing that people are making a lot of money and it's not just one person making a lot of money. So it's reasonable that you can make a lot of money. Once again, there is such thing as saturation. So ideally, you want to look for something that's high converting, that's getting a lot of sales, where there are some creators, but there's lots of videos and angles that you can more or less replicate. Once again, I'm going to show you exactly how you can make viral content just by more or less copying what other people are doing. That's what TikTok Shop is. Another thing that you want to consider is if you can demo the product, just because it makes it a little bit easier. But let me show you some softwares that you could take a look at. This is CaloData. This is the video and ad section, and at any time you could just look at the top winning videos. These are the last 30 days, and you could see a 10-second video made this person $520,000 revenue. So they made at least 100 grand, because I'm sure this product is at least 20% commission. So 10 seconds can make you 100 grand if you make a good video and if you know what you're doing. So pretty cool. You can go to the live stream section and see like the top performing lives as well. And then you can also check top products here. But don't just get one of these, because these are going to be incredibly saturated. Another way is by using this app, Daily Virals, because it's just populating with the most viral content. CaloData is driven by what's converting the best. Daily Virals is driven by what is getting the most views. So when you take into account the most views for viral content and CaloData with the most converting content, ultimately that's how you do well with TikTok, is creating highly engaging, entertaining content that goes viral and content that sells extremely well. That's how you create the best videos that go the furthest, get the most amount of views, and sell you the best. Once again, you could also scroll through TikTok and just find products that you think look very promising. You just want to make sure that they have good commission. So this is something I just pulled off of TikTok a second ago. It says 8% commission. It's a bundle deal. Ballerina Farm, she's an influencer. It's not the best commission, to be honest. It sells very, very well because it's attaching, you know, an influencer to a product and people know who she is. And so that'll sell. But in terms of incentives for creators, this isn't like the best looking product ever. It's only 8% commission. Generally, you want to look for something that's like at least 10% commission, or where you make, you know, at least more than $5 a sale. So this is fine, but this is, you know, like $60 or something. So I would rather find something that has better incentives, and you'll build a good sort of feel for this over time. And when it comes to demo content, this guy is awesome. Here's a couple videos.
I found the perfect bench. Turns into a table. Glad I put a table. And back to a bench. Great spot for a bench. This is a converter bench. Benchable. It's made out of a nice resin and poly material. You can use it indoors or outdoors. It only weighs 34 pounds, but as a bench, it's rated for 1,400. Convert a table. Hear me out. If you get 2 of them and you slide them together, that would make a full picnic table or 2 benches. Did y'all see the patio furniture prices at the Orange Depot? This is way cheaper. It's 58 by 22 by 34.
See how he's just going through all the features. He's making a bunch of cuts. It's something new every couple seconds. People on TikTok have very short attention spans, so it's good that it's always switching around.
Plenty big enough to have a picnic, lunch, work at. Bench table. Nice and smooth.
And he puts in a little like bench table, like relatable, sort of funny, engaging, entertaining content in the middle of it while he's just selling the living crap out of it.
Super easy to clean. Sprays or wipes off easy. Easily fits 3 adults.
Just talking about pain points. You know, people, you know, they don't like their benches or tables because they're impossible to spray.
So the Persian version is also in black jade now. This is the Gobi by CJRB. It has a 3.5-inch Persian style blade. Action on this is on ball bearings, so it's extremely smooth. Beautiful G10 scales on this.
So if you find something that's converting extremely well, this is another video.
Found the perfect bench. It turns into a table. Really nice table. And then it's
Here's the table again. This did 8 million views and this did 3 million views. So what, he just took the same exact product and made more or less the same exact video and made a whole bunch of money again. And we're going to get into these strategies of how to just milk content. After you go viral once, it's genuinely so easy to go viral again. Once you find a product that you think looks promising, it's a product that's converting well, it's getting a lot of views, it's getting a lot of sales, you can verify that on CaloData. You can click on the product and just see how much people are making. Then once you get that product, now you're ready to make content. When it comes to content, what you want to do is just recreate top performing videos with your own spin. A lot of people, like I mentioned before, you just get a top selling product and you just mimic exactly what people are doing. Like you take the #1 video and you write down the script and you say it word for word, bar for bar. That's not the way that you want to do it. A huge issue with people's content is that they either do what I was just talking about, is you're just a talking puppet, you're just copying word for word, bar for bar, or you're like, oh, I'm just going to be a dancing monkey and try to entertain people. And that's not how you sell product. The perfect thing to do is just be your authentic self. Just be, you know, take viral videos, take the structures from it, and then add your own little spin, because people can literally smell authenticity through the screen. So once you find top performing content for your product, I just use the 80-20 rule, which is copy the structure, but not the personality of the person, like I said. So an example of this is this guy, Kyle's Health. Just take a look at these couple videos.
They're trying to cancel him right now for exposing dentists. Watch this next clip very carefully because you probably won't hear this anywhere else. They're trying to cancel Good Morning America because they just exposed a $300 billion industry. Watch this next clip very carefully because you probably won't see it anywhere else.
So a couple things, literally the same exact format, red text, listen for your safety, taking a podcaster, taking a show, same thing here, Andrew Huberman. See how similar all these videos are? Once you go viral once, it's very, very easy to go viral again. Notice how
They're trying to cancel him right.
there's the same exact format in these videos where it's like controversy in the beginning, then he uses a podcast clip, then he's going to do a little presentation talking about the product or like the thing that they were talking about and how it, helps your teeth, and how these other things are really bad, like these other gums, I'm sure he's like, yeah, microplastics. And then you transition to the real one that they were talking about, or this has the same ingredients that they were talking about. It's this product right here. You talk about how it fixes all those pain points that are bad, how everything else sucks, how this one is really, really good. It's the solution. And then, it's on a sale and you point to the cart. Same exact format.
They're trying to
this one. Look at it. Okay, so now he's going to show the clip of them talking about Boom Boom and how it's this crazy thing, and a presentation of people using it, how the ingredients are really good, and how the ingredients of other stuff is probably really bad, how it helps people deal with these pain points, and how it makes you feel like a beast when you start taking it. A really helpful thing when it comes to content, guys, is just make sure that you're pointing out people's pain points first. If you're struggling with this or this or this, I tried these other things and they're not working out. It wasn't until I tried this that, it fixed those things and then also did these extra things. That's how people are willing to pay for the solution after you've identified their pain. And then when you talk about the extra benefits, that's just adding higher perceived value to the product. So they're way more willing to go and spend their money. So that all you really need to do is just point to the screen below. You see how it's on a little sale, you point to the cart and they buy it. Very similar or very, straightforward framework. So then this is what I did. They're trying to cancel this guy for exposing a $700 million industry. Listen closely to what he has to say because you might not find this anywhere else. So by the way, why is everything an ad? Was this just an ad? I'm reeling people into engaging content, which, I'm going to go through this clip of him talking about this dangerous litter box. I do a cat litter box, by the way. That's how I made $300,000 with TikTok, is with this box. But then I'm talking about the documentary where this guy is identifying the dangerous litter box, but how this guy, who's the king of litter boxes, says that you should use safe litter boxes, and he happened to have the same box that I use, which is safe. And I talk about how he still recommends using a litter box, and now I'm like, I got the same litter box that he has. These are all the features. This is why it's good. These are all the problems that it solves. And then ultimately it's on sale, blah, 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 blah. And I made a bunch of money. So the point that I'm trying to make here is instead of seeing a winning video and just being like, oh, okay, so he's marketing the Boom Boom sticks, so I'm going to get the Boom Boom sticks and then replicate the same exact video and then being frustrated when it's not going viral. So yes, everything is at your fingertips. You just more or less want to copy other people's stuff, but you have to add your own little spin or use a little bit of intuition. And what I do is I just take a high converting product and I take winning angles and I apply it to my product so that I always have infinite angles and I'm way more likely to make a bunch of viral content that converts. This is another example. I saw a video of somebody doing Goalie, and he's basically, in a market, and he pulls a product and somebody says to him, like, what are you doing? You shouldn't be getting it here. It's way cheaper on TikTok. And he's like, yeah, it's non-GMO, gluten-free, blah, blah, blah. You should get it. The most simple video ever, and talking about videos that look sort of TikTok native, that don't feel over salesy. Imagine like you're scrolling and you just see somebody say, buy this product, scroll, you're gone within the first 0.5 seconds. So skit styles actually work very well. I would definitely study it. But I saw that video, I was like, okay, Luke, sorry to bother you. Let's go to CVS real quick. I'm gonna bring some Goalie, just do what I tell you to do. It'll take 5 minutes. And we ended up making 3 versions of this video and making thousands of dollars. What is bro doing? Yo, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Dude, these things are like $20, bro. How am I supposed to pay for that?
Why would you get it for $20? It's like $13 on TikTok Shop right now.
Dude, I am paying for that shipping.
So it's like the same exact video, just a little bit different of a hook. So the way that I did it, that I was like, okay, this is going to be engaging, is him pretending to steal something in the beginning and me catching him. And as a viewer, you're like, what's going on here? So it creates some level of intrigue. You're a fly on the wall. Now you want to see what happens. And then we just sell the product. So that's what I mean when I say 80-20. It's understanding why content goes viral, taking winning videos with really good structures that are high converting and applying them to your own product. Or you could take same product and just package it in a slightly different way. And we're going to go through all those strategies. So what most people do with TikTok, which is not the best strategy in my opinion, is just finding a winning video with a winning product like Goalie. So I order the Goalie and then I just take the same angles. So this would be somebody just doing 100% the same thing. And of course it's not going to work. But what will work is taking more or less the same angles like I was talking about with that Goalie video. I changed it up a little bit and I made a couple $1,000s. that is a decent way to make money with TikTok Shop. Another way that you could do it is, let's say I get Goalie, but I'm going to take different angles from other products. So let's say I see a viral video of somebody selling this sunscreen and they have a really good hook that's a decent angle. Then I would think to myself, is that a hook that I could use, but using that to make a video for Goalie? Or is it a hook that I can slightly change up a little bit to keep whatever element that I think is driving the virality of that hook? By the way, the hook is the most important part of the video. It's the first 3 seconds, and that's the most important part. Like, if people aren't engaged in the first second, they're scrolling. So the hook is the most important. So that's why you could really just test so many different angles by looking at winning videos and just using their stuff for whatever product that you're using. But yeah, so I would see, is this a hook that I could use for my other product? And then I'd make content for that. Another example is if you have a different product, but it solves the same problems and you could just use the same angles. So this is another example. This is a great example of somebody ripping the same exact videos for different products. Take a look at it.
And where down we where down we say where down
By the way, real quick, he said 7 signs and then he put 6. That's a little bit of engagement bait. People are going to comment, oh my gosh, it was 6, not 7 in the comments because they can't help themselves. When people spend time commenting, it's boosting the watch time of the video, which is going to increase the views so that it sends out to more people. Now he's talking about Goalie, so yeah.
and where down we where down we say where down we down.
Another one for Goalie. For Nello.
And where down
For Nello.
and where down we
For Goalie. It's so funny. It's so funny. Hopefully you're getting why it's so easy.
and where down we
This one was for collagen. It's so funny. You could just recreate the same stuff over and over for different products, and that'll work. So there's some different ways that you can make content. So find a product that you think has potential, take angles from that product from other creators, or take angles from other products that are more or less the same pain points, or take angles from other products that are completely different, but they're super viral hooks, and you can just figure out how to apply them to your video. Just copy other people's stuff with your own little spin for the same product or the different product. It doesn't really matter. What I would do is pick a high converting product and just apply new winning hooks to it. So if I was doing the litter box, which is a crazy good product, that's once again how I made a bunch of money, because I found a really good product that was high converting, that was really untapped. I came in early, I made a bunch of money. I made 80% of the revenue for this company, and then I got 23% commission on a $300 product when everybody else could only get like 15%, and I just destroyed for it. That's what I would do, is I would just take winning hooks from other people's stuff, and then I would make a bunch of money. So when it comes to the actionables, post 2 to 3 times a day with strong hooks and just post more. The only way to change your life is to change your life. If you don't change your habits, nothing's going to happen. So once again, the first 3 seconds is the most important. If you want some quick examples of good hooks, these are all the top winning videos in the past 30 days, so they're going to be good hooks.
There's one thing I've learned about obtaining clear skin is investing into some damn Korean skincare.
Okay, so super visual. If there's one thing that I've learned about getting clear skin, so it's, selling the dream of this thing that people want, and then she's already planting the seed of investing, which is like, if you could do that in the beginning of the video, now they're going to watch 38 videos and they already have that seed planted of like, oh, I need to spend my money to fix this problem. Then of course they're going to be willing, or not everybody, but they're going to be way more willing to spend their money to fix their problem. And she's going to take them through how this product helps them with that. It's a bundle. You can get, let's assume this thing is, $70 alone, but you can get all these for $85 instead. That's how a lot of these products sell on TikTok.
To the girl who said that this is like an espresso shot for underneath your eyes,
Espresso shot for underneath your eyes. She started the video with, it was super engaging. These are just examples. You need to understand that you're one video away from completely changing your life. Like I showed you, once you go viral once, it's genuinely so easy to go viral again. And I'm just going to give you more evidence of that in a second. But you're literally posting free lottery tickets. Like if you knew that you had infinite lottery tickets that you can send out every single day that you could scratch off and make you tens of thousands of dollars per lottery ticket, you would do as many as possible. And the best part about TikTok is the more that you hit, the easier it gets to hit and the higher the value of the lottery, because you learn how to create more converting content, which makes more money, and you learn how to create more engaging content, which, you know, goes viral more frequently. So literally just going viral once can completely change your life forever. So you never have to work a 9-to-5 that you don't like, and you could just make a bunch of money online, control your hours, work a couple hours a day and do whatever that you want. So the only way to fail is to quit. That's it. All you have to do is just be consistent. You know, some people, face a little bit of adversity and they quit immediately because they're scared that it's not going to work out. That's actually 90% of people. They'll just try something and it doesn't work out immediately. They're like, oh, this is hard. And they quit. So all you have to do is just be consistent. That's actually it. Doesn't get any simpler than that. And once you hit your first viral video, I feel like I already demonstrated this pretty well in this video, but just milk the living crap out of your content. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did that with my first account ever on TikTok. This was my first account ever. This is my third video that I ever made. I literally just picked up a Bible study picture book that Luke gave me for Christmas, and I started talking about it. My third video ever did 5.2 million views, and that's how it turned into $450,000 profit. I had no experience with any of this. I just learned how to do it on the fly. You could literally preach the gospel, and God will provide for you. Like, you'll end up making a bunch of money. It's silly. So what I did is I went viral on this. This was a video that I made the next day. All that I did is I replied to the top comment. Once again, TikTok wants to help you. They're going to retarget the people who interacted with that comment. So that means that the seed audience, the first batch of a couple hundred people who see the video, are way more likely to interact again. And now that TikTok has a bunch of data about the type of people who are buying on my account, they also have they have a way better ability to send your video to the right type of people who are going to buy. So once again, TikTok wants you to win. This is another example. These videos were back-to-back days. These are millions of views for videos that are more or less the same 97%, just slightly changing up the hook. So you can pause and sort of read these. You can go to my account, Noah's Essentials, as well. This is the first account I ever had. This is definitely an easy case study. Once again, keep things 95% the same with small tweaks, reuse hooks, change the body. So you can take the same first 3 seconds and say stuff that's a little bit different in the rest. A big perception fail that people have is, oh, once I go viral once, now I have to figure out another angle. No. Milk the same angle until it no longer works. When you make another TikTok video, TikTok is unlike any other platform. Its algorithm is so good at finding the right people, but it's going to push out to like 90 to 95% a new audience every single time. So don't create content thinking, oh, I have to make it new because this is going to hit the same people. No, it's going to hit all new people who are extremely likely to like your content, because now your account has so much feedback of the type of people who are liking your content. So you could do that, or you could slightly change up the hook and just keep the exact script more or less like exactly the same. So if you have a high converting script that's selling well, you could just switch out the hooks. Or if you have a really good hook, you can just keep rinsing that and just figuring out like different things to say so that it's just a little bit different. And that's just so that TikTok mostly doesn't flag you for just making the same video over and over. So it's very, very simple. Reply to the comments. It's going to re-engage those people. You can use top comments as new content as well. So if you see a really funny top comment, you could just use that as a hook. You could be like, oh, that's a funny concept. Let me figure out how I can use that as a hook, and then figure out a synchronous transition into my script where I just sell the products that I already know works. Once again, post while your account is warm. A lot of people, they go viral and they're like, they start tripping and you know, just getting timid about posting. Your account is warm right now. Milk. Don't be timid, post. And a bonus tip, once you go viral, please, for the love of God, go live. Please. This is how I made a 6-figure month, is going viral and going live for the same product on the cat litter box. That's how you absolutely rate. So when they're on your video and you're live, they can click this button and go into your live. And what this does is it's just capturing so much extra viewership that if they weren't going to buy the product from your video and they would have swiped, now they're in your live stream and you're basically just pointing them to a button and saying, hey, it's, you know, $10 off right now. So you just get the people who are on the fence over the fence because you hit them with an extra sale, which feels exclusive in that live. And it's that simple. This can double or triple your daily earnings instantly, and a lot of people don't do it. The amount of people who are just doing videos who aren't going live, they're missing out on at least a 50% growth of their commissions if they simply clicked the live button and just pointed to a button. So funny. And a lot of people, they just go live, but they're not figuring out how to create really good viral content so that they can boost the amount of viewers in their live streams and also just make a bunch of money from the videos themselves. Really is extremely simple. All that you have to do is just go get a TikTok shop account. It'll cost you a couple $100 if you just want to start now. Then pick a good product that you think seems promising, that sort of checks the boxes on, a lot of this stuff. Start making content, show up every single day, use the principles that I already talked to you about, different strategies to make viral content. More or less just recreating what other people are doing with your own little authentic spin. Post consistently every single day. You should want to anyways. They're literally free lottery tickets, which once you hit once, you can milk the living crap out of it and make tens of thousands of dollars and never work a job again in your life. That's really everything that you need to know. Just go take those actionables and run with it. And I'm sure that over time, if you post consistently every single day, eventually you're gonna hit. But if you're somebody who just wants to make as much money as fast as possible, I do personal mentorship, and you can just click the link in my description to see if it's something that you're interested in, if you just want to start now and make as much money as possible. I'm accepting 10 more people this month, and I just want to help people who are extremely zealous and serious about creating real change in their life. So if you're interested in that, go check it out, and also subscribe because I'll be posting way more valuable content like this every single day. Peace.